Okay, today we're going to look at the home of John Biesecker, who was born on November 8th, 1794 in York, Pennsylvania, to Maria Catherine Schwartz and Johann George Biesecker. He would pass away on November 15th, 1875 in Gettysburg. Now, John Biesecker bought this farm in the year 1851, and he sold it in 1865. At the time of the battle, John Biesecker was renting the farm to a man named Adam Bollinger as a tenant farmer. Mr. Bollinger was supporting his family and two children using this land. During the spring of 1863, Adam Bollinger had planted corn, oats, and wheat in these fields. Right around the beginning of July, his wheat was getting very close to harvesting. He also had cows, and he maintained the fences that separated the different fields on the farm. Now, on July 1st, 1863, the fighting that began was northeast of the Biesecker farm, really not affecting the farm too much. He most likely hoped that the battle would stay to the north and would avoid his farm. However, Confederates were heading south on their right flank, and Union cavalry under Major General John Buford was trying to observe and monitor the Confederate troop movement. On the evening and night of July 1st, Union troops, anticipating a Confederate, formed lines east of the Biesecker farm on the west side of the Emmitsburg Road. On July 2nd, General James Longstreet, commander of the Army of Virginia's First Corps, was ordered, after a disagreement with Lee, to head south from the Chambersburg Pike at Hers Ridge and determine the location of the Union left flank. He did what we call Longstreet's countermarch, and you can go back and watch our video on that movement. Two brigades under Longstreet, commanded by Brigadier General Kershaw and Semmes with his Georgia soldiers, were deployed in tandem along the Millerstown Road along Confederate Avenue. Once these two brigades left the Millerstown Road east of the Pitzer Schoolhouse and they started marching southeast, they entered the Biesecker farm. After receiving U.S. artillery fire at 2 p.m., trying to get in position, these troops would have no regard for the crops of the fields. A nearly ripe wheat was trampled to the ground. Any fences along the roads were torn down. And approximately 3 p.m., most of Kershaw's and Semmes' brigades were in position along Confederate Avenue and the Biesecker Woods. Adam Bollinger and his family did not evacuate their house until Hood's division was marching through the front yard. He now had a division of rebel troops on his land, and the Confederates told him that things were going to get hot. He needed to leave immediately. His family headed south to his wife's family farm. During and after the actions on July 2nd, 1863, the farm, the house, and the barn were used as field aid stations since the farm was located too close to the battlefield. It was not designated a field hospital. When Bollinger returned after the battle, he found the retreat, his livestock destroyed, his cows had been slaughtered, his crops had been trampled. 100 years later, this would be the home of President Dwight D Eisenhower. This has been the Biesecker Farm here on Gettysburg Historic Walking Tours.